Have you ever had to make a choice that felt like it would break your world in two? For me, that choice was between the family I was born into and the person I wanted to build a future with. It's a story I've hesitated to share, but I know I'm not the only one who's been there. This is the story of how and why I chose love over family. Growing up, family was everything. We were a tight-knit group, and their opinions mattered more than anything. I always thought that when I found my person, my family would be just as happy as I was. When I first introduced my partner to them, I was nervous but hopeful. I saw a future filled with love, laughter, and acceptance. What I got instead was a wall of disapproval. It started with small comments, subtle questions about their background, their career choices, their family. At first, I brushed it off. I thought, they just need time to get to know them, to see what I see. So, I tried. I arranged dinners, included my partner in family events, and shared all the wonderful things about them. I believed that love could conquer all, even deep-seated prejudice. But the small comments grew into pointed criticisms, and the disapproval became an ultimatum. It's them or us. I was devastated. How could the people who taught me about love be so unwilling to accept mine? I spent countless nights crying, torn between two parts of my heart. On one side was my family, my history, my roots, the people who had raised me. On the other was my partner, my future, my happiness, the person who saw me and loved me for who I truly was. My family said I was throwing my life away, that I was being naive and disrespectful. They said I would regret it. Every phone call felt like a battle, every visit a trial. The pressure was immense. I started to doubt myself. Was I making a huge mistake? Was my love selfish? I felt so isolated, caught in a crossfire where there were no winners. My partner saw the pain I was in. They never once told me what to do. But they held me while I cried and listened as I wrestled with the impossible decision. They simply said, "Whatever you choose, I'll understand. I just want you to be happy." And in that moment of unconditional support, I found my clarity. True love, real love, doesn't ask you to shrink yourself. It doesn't put conditions on your happiness or force you to choose. My partner's love was a safe harbor, a place of acceptance. My family's love, at that moment, felt conditional, based on me conforming to their expectations. And that wasn't the kind of love I wanted to build my life around. So, I made the hardest decision of my life. I chose my partner. I chose the future we were building together. It wasn't a choice against my family, but a choice for myself, for my own happiness and mental well. Telling them was one of the most painful conversations I've ever had. There were tears, raised voices, and heartbreaking silence. For a long time after that, there was a huge distance between us. Birthdays and holidays came and went with a painful quiet. Was it easy? Absolutely not. There were days I felt an overwhelming sense of loss, a grief for the family relationship I thought I'd always have. I missed the easy laughter and the shared memories. But I also felt a profound sense of peace. I was living my life authentically, with a partner who supported me completely. We built our own little family, a chosen family of friends who celebrated our love without question. We created our own traditions and our own happiness. Slowly, over years, things have started to shift. The silence with my family has been broken by occasional texts, then short phone calls. The anger has softened into a kind of quiet acknowledgement. We're not where we used to be, and maybe we never will be. But there's a sliver of hope. I've learned that you can't force people to change. You can only control your own choices and live a life that is true to you. Choosing love over family felt like a betrayal at first, but I now see it as an act of self-preservation and It taught me that family isn't just about blood. It's about who shows up for you, who accepts you, and who loves you unconditionally. My partner is my family. Our friends are our family. And my hope is that one day, my original family will be a part of it again, in a new, more accepting way. If you're facing a similar situation, please know you are not alone. It's an incredibly painful and lonely place to be. There is no easy answer, and my path might not be yours. But trust your heart. Prioritize your mental health and surround yourself with people who lift you up. True love should feel like coming home, not like going to war. Thank you so much for listening to my story. It's a heavy one, but I hope by sharing it, someone out there feels a little less alone. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more stories about life, love, and finding your own way. I'll see you in the next one.